Alright folks, welcome back. How's it going? Welcome back to Magicube. Last time we got 4 puzzles done. 4 terrifying puzzles, and there appear to be another 41 terrifying puzzles to go. To be honest, I think if I had remembered that I can push the yellow block around, those would have gone more smoothly. Like I got like in level 4, which I think took me quite a while. I got past the main crux of the puzzle quite early, and just because I wasn't thinking about the option where I could push the yellow around, I didn't see how to end the puzzle. And then obviously that happened in level 2, but I think that was for a different reason, which is because from the tutorial I can't tell whether I'd quite had I just internalized that the grey blocks are the only pushable block, or had I just forgotten that I could push. I think it's somewhere between the two, and I think, yeah, maybe if it had been repeated a couple of times or something, or if it had been shown specific. I guess you can repeat the pushing mechanic by first showing it with the grey block and then with the yellow block, and that does two things. It both repeats the mechanic, and it shows me that both grey blocks and yellow blocks can be pushed. Maybe then I would have remembered it, but I don't know. Okay, but we've got to remember from now on, pushing blocks is a thing, and pushing yellow blocks especially is a thing. I don't have to drop the yellow block onto the pedestal at the end. I can just push it on. 5. Please be easy. Okay, here I am. Here are 2 grey blocks. Yellow block has to get up there. What does this mean? Let's just think about what that practically would mean over here. I've got a yellow. This corner's going to be annoying, isn't it? This bit that's cut out here. Grey block, yellow block, jump on top, climb up, yellow block. That's one way that could end, so if these were just next to each other. But I can see how that's going to be a problem. This is a similar setup to in 4, except I don't have the platform on the right to jump onto. So that is interesting. It's probably still going to be about separating these two though, right? Maybe? Because if I don't separate these, then I push them down together, and then pushing them apart is always impossible. That's one of those things where maybe I should be internalizing this as a rule. I mean, not necessarily if I could somehow push the yellow under, if I had a yellow here as well and could push both of them, then the yellow would be under the grey, and then I could move the yellow out the way. That, I was gonna say that might be it, but then I'm down here and I can't do anything. Okay. I definitely don't want to push them left. That's just my heuristic of look for the most, the least obvious thing to do, and it might be the thing to do. And so the thing my brain looked for then was, okay, I guess I'll push them left. But no, that's definitely bad. Pushing them on top of each other is going to be bad. Because then what? Sure, they can go there, and then I'm in the same situation as before. Okay, so we push 1 down. Starting with pushing 1 down, how would I then get this ever? I wouldn't, right? Without, I'd have to have a yellow on here and then be able to get on top of that, but that's not going to happen. I think I have to push them down together, no? I think I have to put them on top of each other, because else how would I get back on top of this? I need to be too high, and then jump over that, which I can't do. Or can I? No, I can't do. So they have to go down together. So how do you get out of this situation? I can throw right, I can throw left. I can throw right, I can throw left. I can't put a yellow here right now. Could I set that up early? I don't think so. Can't do it as I fall. That's another thing. But there's no way out of this, right? There's no way out of this. Oh my gosh, what were even the options at the beginning? Options at the beginning are to push right, that is, I mean, or go and set up a yellow, but if I go and set up a yellow down here, like, I can't go back up to push the others. So I'm pushing at least one. So, okay, it is interesting. Okay, this is totally it. This is totally it. It's interesting that I can push this along and then back again. I can put it in a different position. I don't know how that ends up actually working out for me, but it's a thing I can do. It doesn't let me get up back behind this. I can't just do it with one. No, I'm gonna need both. Okay, so... Okay, what? Oh, that's interesting, actually. That, no. What I was gonna say is that maybe I could go down and do something with the yellow early. But no matter which way I throw the yellow down here, it's stuck against the corner. So it's not like I'm pushing it around. Right? Right. And if I'm not pushing this down now, then how am I getting back up? I'm not. So I have to be pushing it down now. But then I can't push anything around. What do you want, game? Yeah, like the whole thing of like I can go down and sure I can throw a yellow around. And in theory I'd be able to push it if I could get behind it in any way. But oh, I can. Like that. This is sneaky. This is definitely it. This is definitely it. Then I'm pushing that down. Am I? Am I really? Okay, then what am I doing? Then I'm doing... Oh, wait, hold on, I could have... I could have... Sure, I can get rid of the yellow, but that's no different than the position I've already been in. Could the yellow have been somewhere else? No, it couldn't have been in the space to the left of where the yellow is right now. I can do this, which stacks them like that, but I'm just in the precarious situation where I get killed. I can push that down, of course. But... that's the same kind of precarious position. That was totally the move I had to do. Now what do I do with this move? And sure, I could have pushed it one less, but then I can't really do anything with that. So it's clearly going there and I'm going up. And I use that somehow as a way of continuing to climb higher. Afterwards, right? Somehow? But what's it gained me? Has it gained me anything at all? It's just taken me back up. Hold on. Other thing to consider is I can push one down. Push that left, push that right. But I already considered this and didn't go anywhere. I can do something. I can do this and push these both this way. That doesn't help, does it? I can just push this back by itself. And nothing has been gained. Holy moly. So my interesting insight was that I can, in theory, do this. Oh, hold on. So one thing I can do is then shoot this back and it will now be in that position. Okay. Interesting. This feels important somehow. How? I don't know. So I can, in theory, push this over this now. And then with a yellow over there, I can push this that way, and we're done. We are done. Woo! I can do puzzles. It's so tricky to see the options. I wonder why. Like, the mechanics aren't particularly complicated mechanics. It's just pushing blocks, and they fall with gravity, and I can spawn one of them. For some reason, it's really hard to see. Like, I have to, like, really consider different options instead of just being able to see them in my head. Okay. Remember, this can be pushed onto that, so maybe that's what I'm doing. Level 6. Perfect. Yeah, what do I think's happening here? So, options. Well, things aren't getting pushed down this way. That's for me. For me only. Things are getting pushed down this way. And then my options are either sending a yellow leftwards and it hits something. So I've already taken a grey block over there, which I think might be impossible. Like, because we need that, and we need a grey block to be on top of a grey block. But then that wouldn't be able to go left. So getting a grey block there seems tricky. And if I could get a grey block there, would I not just get a yellow block here? If I'm pushing it along, I'll just get a yellow block here. I'm probably just pushing a yellow block along again. So, if that's the case... that's actually kind of tricky. Because it needs to be pushed over two things here, here and here. To get pushed from this space, though, I have to be standing in something in this space. This is just in general. It doesn't matter which colour the blocks are. If there's a block where that flame is, and I want to push it left, then that needs to be on something here, and there needs to be a platform here so that I can push it left. But then it's just going to fall. So I'm not pushing it. What am I doing instead? Could I be... Is it possible that I'm like spawning a yellow here? So like I shoot it rightwards and spawn here. And then somehow I set things up to be able to push it left. Is there going to be some benefit to pushing something to that way? Surely not. But I won't completely discount it. We're definitely not like coming up and pushing this back to the left or anything. We can stack all these, but then I can't push them out from under each other. I think the trickiest thing to see, and this is, okay, so this is an interesting thing in like puzzle design in general, or puzzle mechanics design. Like I've seen it in a bunch of games, I've mentioned it quite a few times, and I mention it every time it comes up, and I'm mentioning it again now. There are mechanics where it's like this spawning a yellow block, where you're effectively changing the geometry of the level, but it's in a... But because you can't see... Like, you have to actually do the thing to see the geometry change, and seeing the geometry change is much easier. It makes it much easier to visualize the potential of that action. But because sometimes it's tricky to like sometimes you're thinking multiple steps ahead, you can't actually just go and do that action. You're thinking like, well, maybe if I could do this action, something would be good. But you're having to visualize geometry that you can't actually see. You're just having to imagine it. And I remember I think the game that made me start thinking about this was Altered, and the spikes mechanic in that, the like spikes that pop up or something like that, and they effectively changed the layout of the level. And I just remember it being really hard to visualize what the options would be once the level geometry has been affected. I think this is like a smaller version of that. It's like, sure, it's only one block that's changing, but it's still something. It's still something that makes it hard to imagine what the options will be. And I think one of the things I keep missing, like in the previous level, the thing I missed was that I can place a yellow, be on the yellow, and then replace the yellow. I think I missed that like basically twice. And so I need to keep an eye out for that kind of thing. It's like, I can put yellows in places where you might not think, because I could change the geometry to be able to place the yellow somewhere else instead. Okay, what do I want? If these are going down this way, which they clearly are, Or are they? Is there a reason they're away from the edge right now? Like, obviously I can do that, but I'm not sure I see a good reason to do that. Perfect. So possible end conditions. Possible end conditions are... So it can't be like I sport, like if I... Okay, possible end conditions. Send yellow block left. This is not an end condition because I can't push it. Send yellow block left. It would be an end condition if there are a different block here. That requires pushing a grey block left. Which I think is impossible because that would require a yellow block and a grey block underneath. Well, it would require shifting blocks left, which requires three blocks down here, which I can't do because I've got 3 total. So then which block am I shifting? So I think that's not possible. So, another alternative. Shooting the yellow block to the right. Well, if it stopped there, well, I can't push it away from the wall. If it stopped where the flame is, it has to be hitting something here. That would have to be on top of something, and the yellow block would have to be on top of something. That's just too many blocks. I think the same is true for this position. Yeah, you'd need 3 other blocks for things to be balanced on. So, if it's going rightwards, it's stopping here, or here. Which means having a grey block here, and then having the other grey block underneath it, which requires shifting a grey block in this row to the side, which I can't do. So it's neither of those. But then, my other final option requires pushing the yellow block onto this, which is also not an option. For the same reason. Basically every option I've got right now requires shifting blocks in this row. But that can't happen. For this reason, we can visualize it. It just falls. We'd need another thing here. And I can't, like, obviously, I can move the yellow over, but then I've got nothing to stand on to push it. Huh. Okay. Okay. So obviously I could be doing similar things on the row above. I could be shooting things left, shooting things right. But that's even worse, because then the things that then it needs to hit against need to be stacked up even higher, therefore more blocks are required. Okay. There's also no possibility that once these are against the edge that I'm then pushing them back to the left. Can I actually fit into that? I should be able to make that jump. There we go, yeah. Okay, what? Pushing left isn't going to help. It just makes this wall a taller wall. Is it possible that pushing these left will give me some way of separating them in an interesting way? Like I could put yellow there? But then one of them is going to be lower down, which I just don't think is helpful, right? No, it's just going to fall into the next space down. I'm sure I've got this one block over here. That doesn't feel useful. But sometimes the thing that doesn't feel useful is the thing you need to do. It's the most useful. What other options do I have? Like I could go down and push that grey block around. Is that somehow valuable? Push it to the right, push it to the left. Or I could be doing a similar thing with yellow, although I can't put it in the middle, can I? But I can do that or that. But I can also do that later, after I push the thing down. There's no way to put a yellow here right now. No. So that it gets pushed off. So I feel like that's going down. could then go down with a yellow and maybe do something else. But what? Yeah, I didn't see what. But then what? How does it so suddenly feel like there's no options? I say suddenly, it's been a little while. There are no options. What's the trick here? Things are not going down this way. Doesn't mean something isn't going down that way, if I can find a good use for it, but things are at least not going right from here. Yeah, like the difference between this setup and what we saw in like levels 4 and 5 is that I don't think I have any way of separating these because I have no way of like getting back up to push this left. Except on this side, but then they're separated in a way where one of them's just stuck. Right, sure, I split them up, but great. So what? Push you past that one. There's definitely no good coming this way. Push it out the door and take it elsewhere. Okay. I don't want my yellow block against that right wall, I want it elsewhere. I can push that grey block around. Sure. Now I have 2 grey blocks on the ground. Or I will. Well, unless I put a yellow there, but that doesn't help, does it? That does get me a yellow in the middle, but... Remember, I can like stand on the yellow and put a yellow elsewhere, but still, I don't see what that does for me. I guess I can now. Ooh, oh, interesting. I guess the timing here is a thing to think about, but this is now going to put the yellow there. Yes. How does the timing work? Okay, that solved it, but I'm kind of terrified of the timing. Alright, okay, level 7. This is the one I accidentally came into first, because I thought it was going to be the first level after the tutorial. But no, it's not. And this is the first one that has a different colour symbol. Yeah, we've got this kind of grey, slightly purplish symbol on it. And we have these like little dashed lines. What do they do? Okay, so with a button. Makes that solid. Okay. Got it. And we still have the ability to do this. Yes. So that's the same. If we're going up there, we just need the bridge to be... Right, okay. And I'm going to trap myself under, aren't I? Yep. Okay. So somehow we need to do that without that happening. So something needs to go onto there. That's only going to happen by me pushing something left. Or shooting something left. Or... Oh, no, or shooting right. So, okay, I think that's it. I think I see. If I could get up. I don't have the whole thing yet, but I'm close to something. Basically, I want this to be here. I'll be able to climb back over and then shoot the yellow block to the right. Therefore, I need my yellow block to be available to me. How am I doing that? Is that necessarily what I'm doing? Well, if I'm doing it the other way around. No, because I can't be on the right of the button when the thing's closed, unless you can block it, but I don't really get how that would work, but that's definitely not going to be what we do in this puzzle. I just need to be on the left of the button while the button gets pressed. Therefore, it is this action that's happening, but with the grey further to the left. Therefore, I need a way out of that space after having done this. Therefore, the yellow has to be in a good position, which is currently not. And sure, I could send it early, but then they're packed together. But there will be a way of dealing with that, such as pushing this. Or no, no, cancel that. Push this to the right, put this here. But then I'm pushing this way. How does that work? In terms of like, yellow can't collide with itself, it always immediately disappears. Okay. So I can't make the, yeah, that's not gonna work. So basically do what I just did, but not that way around. Somehow. Okay, how do I get the yellow block here instead of here? We can get up on top of each other. I can send it over there. I can push the grey into different positions. I can put it in this position. I can send a yellow left or right from here. I get it in this position. I can send a yellow left or right here. But no, because then I can't push this back, so... Okay. What are we saying? Pushing these together doesn't help. I'm still trapped. Well, except I can then release it if I want to. Well, that's going to be interesting, isn't it? I can release it after it's pressed. I don't know if that's going to be this puzzle though. That feels like a expansion of this idea. I think I just need a way up after having pushed that left. Yeah. What can I do? What can I do? That's never useful because the yellow would have to move again in order for me to push that left. Put yellow there, but then I'm stuck. These are real tricky puzzles. Okay. Is this... let me up. Okay, thank you. Is there some reason I'd want to leave a yellow like up here somewhere? It's not like I could push that down after having pushed that left. There could be a whole thing about like I position a block on top of the bridge and then I release the bridge to make the block drop, but none of that's going to happen. Not in this puzzle at least. I think that's, again, future things. Like if I could then like do that, I guess I can stand on the thing as well, but I don't think that's useful because I can't be doing anything while I'm standing on that thing. How does one get a yellow here? I mean, even if I had a yellow there, it wouldn't help, would it? Even if I had a yellow in this position, it wouldn't help because I can't jump on that and then jump up there. It'd have to be here or here. I'm sure I can get a yellow block there, but I can't get a yellow block there. Whoa. Is that necessarily what I'm doing? I think so. This could go left and I could shoot a yellow block leftwards, but then I'm stuck. I need a way out. Once the thing's on there, I need a way out, so therefore we are definitely doing this. And it's landing on there. Therefore, that grey block is definitely going here, and I need a way out after putting it there. And it's only getting there by pushing it left. So therefore I need a yellow here. But how could I have pushed that left if there was a yellow here? Good question. Or here. Grey block pushing left, yellow here or here. Well, I'd get crushed by a yellow. I'd get crushed by a yellow if it were on top of me. And I can't push the grey block left if the yellow's here. This is impossible. Every single level is impossible. There you go, here's a yellow here. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Well, here's a yellow here. Exactly what I wanted. And of course I can put a yellow and then shoot a yellow, but like the problem is there's that little hole over there, so it just falls down. So like, the best I can do is like gain a bit of height and shoot on top of that, or shoot into that pit. I can of course do that earlier. I could do it like here, stand on top of yellow, although I've got a grey here, so I don't think I've gained anything by doing that. Do something like that or something like this. But that also doesn't do anything. I can stand here and do that. I can do this, but I can't get out. I can release that, but I can't leave. Holy moly, this game. What other options do I have? I could push this left and put the yellow down here. It's certainly curious, I guess. It would allow me to push a yellow. That is a position I can't currently get yellow, so that is interesting. I could push yellow there or there. So these are two positions I can't currently get yellow while grey is up in that space. Is that useful to me? That's exactly what I wanted to. No, like for a while I was thinking that's what I want, but it's not because I can't get up. This is almost what I want though. I can't jump from there, right? That is how that works. That is how that works. Oh, but I can do this. Yay! We've done it! Yay! Oh my gosh, it's incredible how unintuitive the move you have to start with is. Placing a yellow up on that top platform. Holy moly. Alright folks, I think that's us for today. That was 3 more levels. Wow. Wow, this game. Yeah, somebody said in the comments for my previous video that my conjecture about whether it would have a Steven sausage roll like difficulty curve might be the case, where basically all puzzles are equally difficult, but because you're like getting used to the game and its mechanics, they sort of actually get easier over time. Like that's totally what happens with Steven sausage roll, at least in my experience. Like it's like brutally difficult at the beginning, and it's not really that it's any less difficult later on. It's just that you get better at the game. So it almost ends up feeling like it has a downward slope difficulty curve, at least most of the way through. Anyway, all right, see you next time, and we'll solve probably just level 8. Maybe not even that. We'll see. Goodbye.